Welcome back, children. Welcome to online classes DU Nalgonda. Till now we completed 4 exercises in progressions topic. There is one more exercise which is left out. Before going to that exercise, there is one important concept, nth term of a geometric progression. This we have to learn and then move on to the exercise and complete this chapter. Okay. So, like the nth term in AP, for every progression we can state nth term mathematically. So, today in this session we learn about what is the nth term, or how do we write mathematically the nth term of a geometric progression. Okay. For that, you know the general form of an geometric progression. I will write the general form for geometric progression. Please watch carefully. General form of a GP. What is that? The first term is A, second term we get by multiplying the common ratio, therefore AR. Third term is, again if second term is multiplied by R, we will get the third term, AR into R is equals to AR square. Next term AR cube and so on. So, that is the general form of a geometric expression, progression, sorry. So, using or understanding this general expression or general form of a geometric progression, we can write the nth term of a geometric progression. See how do I write the nth term of a geometric progression. Here A1 is equals to A1 is nothing but first term of the geometric progression GP is A. A2 is equals to A into R. A3 is equals to A into R square. A4 is equals to A into R cube. See, here first term is independent of all the numbers in the progression. After determining the first term, then only if you multiply any constant value to the preceding terms, you will get the geometric progression. Here the constant value is denoted by R, that we call as common ratio. Okay. So, A is multiplied by some fixed value R, we get the second term AR, and this AR is, if you multiply with the same R, you get what? AR square, like that. So, here we do not multiply any R, here you multiply R for the first time, here 2 times, here 3 times you multiply that R. Okay, means what is happening here? R, here R square, R cube. Here we want fourth term. If we want fourth term, you have to multiply that fixed value 3 times, therefore R cube. Here 3 times means you have to multiply R 2 times. Second term means you have to multiply the R single time. So, if you observe carefully, second term means you have to multiply 1 less than the term, 1 less than times the R. Okay. Third term means 1 less than times you have to multiply the R, means third term, to get the third term you have to multiply 1 less than this 3 times R to this A, first value. Here to get the fourth term you have to multiply 1 less than this 4 times R to the first value. 1 less than 4 means how many times? 3 times. If you multiply 3 times R, that will become 3 R cube. Okay. So, if I write these terms again like this, you may generalize the nth term. Okay, let me write this: a into r to the power of, how many times you have to multiply this? 1 less than this 2, that is 2 minus 1. So, 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So, r to the power of 1 is to be multiplied, means 1 r is to be multiplied. Okay. Here how many r's should be multiplied? Term is third term. You have to multiply how many times to get the third term? 2 times. Therefore, r square. So, again this can be written as r to the power of 3 minus 1, that is 2. Here, for obtaining fourth term, you can write like this: r to the power of 4 minus 1, that is 3. Then here how can we write? A into r to the power of, here the term is first term. So, 1 less than 1 is 1 minus 1, less than means you have to subtract. 1 minus 1, how much that becomes? R to the power of 1 minus 1 is r to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is equals to 1. This is according to laws of exponents. So, if you understand that r to the power of 0 is 1, 1 into a is a, again you will get a only. Okay, next. Like this, if you understand these things very carefully, the notation there very carefully, you can write nth term. Nth term can be written like this: a into r to the power of, this is nth term, you have to less 1 to 1 times to be multiplied, the r should be multiplied less than 1 times the term which we want. So, a into r to the power of n minus 1, this is the general term of the geometric progression. Okay. Now, you have to understand this very carefully, the terminology, the terms involved in this. Now, let me write what are these: a n, a sub n. What is this? This is nth term of GP. Next, what are there? A is first term of GP. Next, what is there? R. R is the common ratio of GP, and one more term is N. N is number of terms in GP or of GP. So, again nth term is having 4 variables like that is having in arithmetic progression. A slight difference is only D, there we refer D, here we refer R, the change is this only. So, all the things remain same, and the calculations will be somewhat different here using laws of exponents. Okay. Children, did you understand this? Okay. You try to analyze this. How did we generalize the means nth term? Okay. After this, we will next exercise. We will go to the next exercise, and next exercise is based on this particular nth term formula only. Means the questions revolve around these 4 variables only. He will give you some of these and ask you to find the things or the terms which are not given. Okay. If you remember the second exercise which belongs to arithmetic progression, nth term of arithmetic progression, similar problems will be given in this exercise, or the similar models only discussed here in this exercise. Okay. Let me discuss some examples here. Some example 20 is given here. I want to discuss this. Find the 20th and nth term of the GP 5/2, comma 5 by 4 comma 5 by 8 and so on. Okay. So this is the question given in examples. Even though that is given in examples, I want to go through this. You will understand better and you can do exercise problems on your own. So find the 20th term and nth term of the GP. This GP is given. GP is nothing but geometric progression. This is a list of numbers following certain rule. Okay. So how to find the 20th term? For finding any term of the geometric progression, what do you require? You require first term, you require common ratio. If you obtain both these, first term and common ratio, that is A and R, you can write any term or any number of terms. So for obtaining those, how do you get? Seeing the geometric progression itself, you can tell the first term means A is given, R is what? Common ratio. Already he told that this is geometric progression. No, just you calculate R by using the formula A2 by A1. So let me write those things. A is equals to 5 by 2. Now R is equals to, the formula here is A2 by A1. In AP, that is A2 minus A1, here A2 by A1. You have to calculate 5 by 4 divided by, instead of writing a bar like this, I am using this symbol, divided by A1 is what? 5 by 2. Simple. 5 by 4, replace this division sign with multiplication sign and write the reciprocal of this. Okay, cancel these things and 2 1s are 2 2s are, which gives 1 by 2. Therefore, R is equals to 1 by 2. After finding this A and R, you can find any term in the geometry progression. He is asking us 20th term. Therefore, what is the 20th term? How do you denote? By A subscript 20, 20 is equals to. Here, what is the formula for AN? You write down the formula for AN so that you do not make any mistake. AN is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1. Right, in the place of n, what are we writing? 20, because he is asking us 20th term. A 20 is equals to A, first term 5 by 2 into R. R, how much did we get? 1 by 2 to the power of 20 minus 1, which is equals to 5 by 2 into 1 by 2 whole to the power of 20 minus 1 is 19. Now, if you remove these brackets, how much do you get? 5 into 1 to the power of 19 is 1 by 2 into 2 to the power of 19 is 2 to the power of 19. Okay. Now, simplifying this, how much do you get? 5 by 2 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of 19. What do you get? A to the power of m into A to the power of n is equals to A to the power of m plus n. Though there is no power written here, you have to assume that there is 1. Therefore, 2 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of 19 is A to the power of m into A to the power of m is equals to, when bases are same, you have to add the powers. So, here bases are same, you have to add the powers. 2 to the power of 1 plus 19, which is equals to 5 by 2 to the power of 20. Okay, this is the answer. You need not expand 2 to the power of 20 and find out the value. No need, because those are higher exponents. Means if that is 1 or 2 or 3, you can find the value. If that is beyond that 5, 10, you need not find out the values and just you can write that. Simply that concludes the answer. So that is the 20th term. Now he asked another one. What is that? He asked us to find out nth term. Nth term means an is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1. What is nth term? Why he is asking nth term again? What does that mean? Is this nth term related to this geometric progression? No. Why? Because here nth term, this is the general nth term formula, but particularly specifically to this geometric progression. Is this the nth term? No, because here the first term is 5 by 2. You are not replacing that with 5 by 2. Here n is how much? N you need not find. Okay, r is how much? 1 by 2. You have to substitute the first term and r in the place of these two, then that will become nth term. And basing on that nth term, if you write down the nth term regarding this geometric progression, you can write any term very easily. Directly you can find A20 using the nth term of this geometric progression. Let us find out how to write that. So, in the place of A, what you have to substitute? 5 by 2 into r is how much? 1 by 2 to the power of how much? N minus 1. Here 5 into 1 to the power of n. 1 to the power of anything is 1 by 2 into 2 to the power of n minus 1. Here also you write down this. 5 into 1 is 5. 2 to the power of 1 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1 is 2 to the power of 1 plus n minus 1. I told you a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n, like that. 1 and 1 gets cancelled. This is 5 by 2 to the power of n. A n, nth term. This is the particular nth term for this particular what? Geometric progression. This is not the general nth term. General nth term of a geometric progression is given by this. Then what is this nth term? This is the nth term related to this particular progression. Okay, this is not a general nth term. Now, if anybody asks you what is the 30th term of this geometric progression, then you can easily tell using this general term or nth term of this geometric progression. What is that? A30 is equals to, in the place of n, if you write 30, A30 means 30th term is equals to 5 by 2 to the power of 30. What did you get there? A20th term is called 5 by 2 to the power 20. Similarly, if 100th term is asked, you just replace n with 100. A100 is called 5 by 2 to the power of 100. So, every geometric progression will have an nth term. If you find the 10th term before finding anything using first term and common ratio, then you can easily find out the any number of term, any term in particular regarding to that geometric progression. Okay, did you understand this? Okay, good. Let us move on to another example. Example 21. Which term of GP 2 comma 2 root 2 comma 4 is 128. Such type of problems are asked in arithmetic progression also. This type of model is important one. Which term of GP is 128? Try to understand this. There is a GP given, means only 3 terms are given. In that GP, definitely somewhere 128 number will also occur, will also come. Now, what is he asking is, what is the number of the term? If you go on counting from here, 1, first term, second term, third term, what is that 128th term? 128th, what is the number of that term? That is what he is asking. So, how to find? So, whatever the term he is asking, let that be nth term. Let us assume that as nth term. So, likewise, if you recall the problems, how did you do in the arithmetic progression, you just do or follow the same procedure here, just find out the n will give the number of that term. Okay, solution. Okay, write down the GP is what? 2 comma 2 root 2 comma 4 and so on. From this you can write A is equals to 2. Next R is equals to A2 by A1, which is equals to 2 root 2 by 2. 2 gets cancelled, R is equals to root 2, and let us assume what? Let us assume nth term is equals to 128. He is asking us to find what is the number of this term. Let us assume that is the nth term and find out n. If you find out n, that we can know that that is the so and so term. Okay. How to find? You use this nth term formula. An is equals to what is that? A into r to the power of n minus 1. You substitute all the values. An you know 128. A is 2. R is square root of 2 to the power of n minus 1. Here all the variables 1, 2, 3 are replaced by numbers and only one variable is left, that is n, and you have to find out that n. N is what? Number of terms. Means 128 is the, what is the number? What is the order of that 128? We will know by finding that one. Okay. Now you have to calculate this. So for that, if you transpose this 2 to this side, what happens? Here in between the relation is there, multiplication. If you transpose, it becomes division. So 128 by 2 is equals to square root of 2 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, next. If you cancel this, 2 1 ja, 2 6 ja, 4 ja, means 2 square root of 2 to the power of n minus 1, square root of 2 to the power of n minus 1 is equals to how much? 64. Now how to solve that equation, how to get the value of n for from that equation? If you remember, in 8th class itself, powers, laws of exponents, and a topic is there. There you did such problems, you solve such type of problems. Then if you recall that, you can easily do this. How do you do? How do you solve this thing? So first of all, let me tell you, you have to remove the square root. Means how do you remove? For that also you have to recall the 9th class topics, radicals. Square root or nth root of a can be written, that is in the radical form, that can be written in exponential form. How do you write this? This can be written as a to the power of, assuming that there is 1. If suppose there is a p here, what happens? You can change this into exponential form in this way, a to the power of p by the order of the radical is n. So if there is p, p by n. If there is nothing there, or if there is nothing, no power is there here, you have to write like this. You have to assume that there is 1, so 1 by n. So if you understand these things, you can change this. So how do you change now? 2 to the power of 1 by 2 whole to the power of n minus 1 is equals to 64. Okay, now what? What to do? Now after looking at this, you should recall a law of exponent. What is that? A to the power of m whole to the power of n. What is that? A to the power of m whole to the power of n gives a to the power of mn, means this power should be multiplied. Likewise, you apply that formula and write this, 2 to the power of 1 by 2 into n minus 1 is equals to 64. Okay. Next what do you get? If you multiply these two, what do you get? 2 to the power of n minus 1 by 2 is equals to 64. Okay. Then what? How to solve? If you remember a formula in the laws of exponents, a to the power of m is equals to a to the power of n if and only if m is equals to n. This is one of the laws of exponents. Okay. If you understand this and apply this to that, you may get the solution. What is this saying? When bases are same and there is an equal sign between them, definitely the powers should be same. When powers are same and there is an equal sign in between them, then these two must be equal. When powers are equal, these two will be equal. When these are equal, you have to understand compulsorily when will they be equal? They are equal when the powers are equal only, otherwise they are not equal. Means when bases are same, that is the thing you have to think about that. Here left hand side a base is there 2 and right hand side 64 is there. Is there any chance of making the bases same? You have to think like that. Okay. 2 to the power of n minus 1 by 2 is equals to 64. Can that be written as some base of 2? Okay, some number of base 2. Can we write like that? For that, what you have to do is prime factorization. 2 32 za, 2 16 za, 2 8 za, 2 4 za, 2 2 za. How much is this? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 2 to the power of 6. So 64 can be written as what? 2 to the power of 6. So this idea you have to form or frame. So whenever you are well versed with laws of exponents, prime factorization, and when you practice only you will get such idea. So this will become 2 power 6. Here 2 to the power of n minus 1 by 2. Here 2 to the power of 6. When bases are same, when will be they equal? Definitely the power should be equal. Implies n minus 1 by 2 is equals to 6, implies n minus 1 is equals to 2 if it is transposed 6 into 2, which is equals to n minus 1 is equals to 12, implies n is equals to 12 plus 1, implies n is equals to 13. So the term 128 is the 13th term in this geometric progression. So in this manner you have to find the things which were not given. You have to understand what are the things which were given, you have to analyze the things which were given, and later what is he asking, that you have to think about, and using the relevant or applicable formula here you have to use that and solve these things. Further, here I am telling from the beginning, here if you want to solve these things you have to know laws of exponents. Therefore go through the laws of exponents and definitely you can do this. Okay children, here we are moving into 6.5 exercise. Here in the first question, find each geometric progression, find the common ratio and then find A. Find each geometric progression, for each geometric progression find the common ratio. He is asking us to find the common ratio. Common ratio is nothing but A2 by A1, you can find that, and also asking us to find out AN, nth term. Using nth term formula also you can find this. So I am not going to do that problems, you please do on yours, on your own. Okay. So second question is find the 10th and nth term of GP. GP is given. You can also find this one also. For finding any term you have to find what? First term and a common ratio. You can find that first term by looking into the GP and common ratio. How do you find A2 by A1? Okay, third question I am discussing here. Third question, this is also easy, but okay, let me tell you this question. Find the indicated term of each GP. Indicated term means he indicates somewhere, you have to find that term. Okay, A1 is given, R is given directly, A is given, R is given, A6 you have to find, you can easily find using the nth term. A6 or AN is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1. A6 is equal, directly you can write A into R to the power of 5. How do you get this? 6 minus 1, which is equals to A into R to the power of 5. What is A here? Minus 12 into R is equals to 1 by 3 whole to the power of 5. If you can simplify, simplify it, otherwise no need. Okay, can you do anything? Minus 12 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 to the power of 4. Let me write like this. 3 to the power of 1 into 3 to the power of 4 is nothing but what? 3 to the power of 5. 3 ones are 3 fours are, which is equals to minus 4 by 3 to the power of 4. 3 to the power of 4 is nothing but 9 nines are 81. So, this is the answer. So, A6 is minus 4 by 81. Minus 4 by 81. That's it. Next question is, which term of the GP is, so GP is given 512th term, 729th term. This was the same problem which I explained you in the example problems, from the example problems, okay, previously. You can also do this question. So, up to 4 questions you can easily do in this exercise. I will explain you 5th question now. What is the 5th question? Let me see that. I am writing here the 5th question. Find the 12th term of a GP whose 8th term is 192 and common ratio is 2. Okay, this is the 6th question. Find the 12th term of a GP whose 8th term is given and common ratio is given 2. So, write down the given things using notation. What are the given things? A8 is equals to 192 and R is equals to 2. What is he asking us to find? 12th term. So, you are asked to find out 12th term. What is the 12th term? How to find this? So, any term can be found if you know only 2 things. What are they? First term and common ratio. Here the common ratio is given, but first term is not known. Then how to do? Using this, the additional information, using this you can find out the first term. After getting the first term, using common ratio you can find A12. Now, A8 is equals to 192. Can you write like this? A8 is equals to how much? A8 is equals to, you know the formula, A into R to the power of 8 minus 1 is equals to 192. How did we write this? Because A to the power of R, AN is equals to, what is that? AN is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1. Using this you are writing this. Okay, what does this become? A into R to the power of 7 is equals to 192. Okay, now R is given here, substitute in this equation. A into 2 to the power of 7 is equals to 192. A into, what is 2 to the power of 7? If you calculate that, how much do you get? 2 7 times, 2 multiplied 7 times. How much do you get? 8 8 is 64 2s, I think. 64 2s are 128. So, is equals to 128 in 192. A is equals to 192 by 128. Okay. So, A is equals to, if you calculate or simplify this, you will get with what 6 we can divide this 6 to, it cannot be 4 3 is a 12, 4 2s are 4 4s are 4 8s are 16 2s are 16 3s are, implies A is equals to 3 by 2. Okay, we found A. Now that we found A and we know R, you can find A12. A12 n is equals to a to the power of a into r to the power of n minus 1. A12 is equals directly you can write a into r to the power of 12 minus 1 which is equals to a into r to the power of 11. You should learn to write like this directly, not using every time this formula and substituting. A12 is equals to a into r to the power of 11. 12 means you have to less the 1 less than times you have to multiply the r. Therefore, A12 is equals to a into r to the power of 11. Now, substitute the values. A is how much? 3 by 2 into r is how much? 2. 2 to the power of 11. Okay. What do you get? 3 into 2 to the power of 11 by 2. By seeing this, you should understand or you should recall a formula from the laws of exponent. What is that? A to the power of m by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n, which is equals to 3 into 2 to the power of 11 minus 1, which is equals to 3 into 2 to the power of 10. This is the answer. Okay. So, fifth question is that if similar model problem come in the examination or anywhere, you should able to solve that. Sixth question. Right children, this is sixth question. The fourth term of a GP is given 2 by 3 and the seventh term is given 16 by 21. Find out the geometric series. Using the notation, you write down the given things. Fourth term means A4 is equals to 2 by 3 given, and A7 is equals to 16 by 81 is given. Now, using the formulas, n or nth term formula, you can write like this: a into r to the power of 3 is equals to 2 by 3. Let this be first equation, and a into r to the power of 7 minus 1 is 6 is equals to 16 by 81. This is the, let this be second equation. In AP also we came across such type of things where two linear equations were there, and we solved those two linear equations to find out a and d there. But here two linear equations, these are not linear equations, they are exponential equations where you have to solve these to get a and r. So, simple, same process, eliminating one variable you can calculate the other, and then after calculating that you can calculate the thing which was eliminated. Okay, how to eliminate one variable from these two? Just by dividing the two equations. Okay, I will write like this: second equation divided by first equation implies a into r to the power of 6 is equals to 16 by 81 divided by a into r to the power of 3 is equals to 2 by 3. A and a gets cancelled. What will remain? R to the power of 6 by r to the power of 3 is equals to this fraction divided by this fraction. I am writing like this: 16 by 81. The fraction in the numerator will remain same. The fraction in the denominator gets reciprocal. So 3 by 2. 2 1s are 2 8s are 3 1s are 3 2s are 3 7s are. So 8 by 7. Here also we can simplify. Here r is multiplied 6 times, here r is multiplied 3 times, or otherwise you can recollect a formula, that is a to the power of m by a to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m minus n, that is r to the power of 6 minus 3 is equals to 8 by 27, implies r to the power of 3 is equals to 8 by 27. Now, again you have to recollect this law of exponent. What is that? A to the power of m is equals to a to the power of n implies and implied m is equals to n. So, whenever these two are equal, if bases are equal, powers are equal. If powers are equal, these two will be equal. So, a basis can be made equal. So, if you made equal the powers or bases, you can find the bases or powers regarding accordingly. Okay. So, r cube is equals to, if you write like this, 2 cube by 3 cube, this can be written as r cube is equals to 2 by 3 whole cube Now if you observe, when powers are equal, you can make the bases also equal. R is equals to 2 by 3. In this way we can find out what? R. Now what is the thing he is asking us? He is asking us to find the geometric series, not only R, you have to find the geometric series. Means what? To find the geometric progression we require what? A first term and R. So you found R just now, and you have to calculate A by substituting in first equation or second equation. Substituting the value of R in first equation, we get, what do we get? What is the first equation? A into R cube is equals to 2 by 3 implies A into, what is R? We got 2 by 3. A into 2 by 3 whole cube is equals to 2 by 3, which implies A is equals to 2 by 3, will be like that, into this is transport to that side. What do you get? 3 by 2 to the power of 3 means I am writing directly here. Here also 3, here also 3. 2 times 3, also 2 times. How much do you get? A is equals to 3 square by 2 square, which is equals to 9 by 4. So A is equals to 9 by 4 and R is equals to 2 by 3. With these two or using these two, we can find the geometric series. Let us find that. A is equals to 9 by 4, R is equals to 2 by 3. Geometric progression implies, first one A1 is equals to 9 by 4, A2 is equals to A1 into R, which is equals to A1 is nothing but 9 by 4 into R is 2 by 3, which is equals to 3 1 ja, 3 3 ja, 3 2 ja, 6 by, okay, even you can simplify further, 3 by 2. Okay, A3 is equals to A2 into R, which is equals to, A2 is how much? 3 by 2 into R is how much? 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled, 1. So A3 is equals to R. So therefore, we can write GP as 9 by 4 comma 3 by 2 comma 1 and so on. Okay. So this is the sixth question. And then one more question left in this, that is seventh question. With this we can complete this chapter. Okay, let me do that for you. Okay, write down for you this question. If the geometric progressions 162 comma 54 comma 18 and so on, and 2 by 81, 2 by 27, 2 by 9 have their nth term equal, find the value of n. This is the question. Try to understand that. If the geometric progressions, two progressions are given, this is first progression, this is second progression. If the geometric progressions have their nth terms equal, means the nth term of first progression is equal to the nth term of second progression. Means what? You have to find out the nth term of first progression, find out the nth term of second progression and make equal them. By making equal them, you can find the value of n. That is very simple. Okay. Right. Let us find out the nth term of first job GP. So GP 62, 54, 18. So A is equals to 162, R is equals to 54, or A2 by A1 is equals to 54 by 162. So, if you calculate, what do you get? 1 by 3, therefore R is equals to 1 by 3. Okay, with this you can find what? AN is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1, which is equals to A is how much? 162 into R is how much? 1 by 3 whole to the power of n minus 1. This is the nth term of the first series. Okay, we will calculate similarly the nth term of second series. GP 2 by 81 comma 2 by 27 comma 2 by 9 and so on. Here what is A is equals to 2 by 81, R is equals to 2 by 27 divided by 2 by 81, which is equals to 2 by 27 into 81 by 2. 2 gets cancelled, 81. Okay, 27 1 ja, 27 3 ja. Here R is equals to 3. So, what is AN? Nth term is equals to A into R to the power of n minus 1. A is how much? 2 by 81 into R is how much? 3 to the power of n minus 1. So, now we found both the nth terms of two GPs. What is he saying? These two terms have their nth terms equal. These two GPs will have their nth terms equal. Means what you have to do is you have to make them equal. By making them equal, what do you get? You will be left with only one variable, that is n, and you have to find the value of that n by making them. So, let me write like this. Implies 162 into 1 by 3 whole to the power of n minus 1 is equals to 2 by 81 into 3 to the power of n minus 1. This is according to the problem given. Now, if you find n, that is the solution we require. Okay. So, bring all the n terms one side. Okay, take this or bring that side, this to this side, by 3 to the power of n minus 1 is equals to 2 by 81 divided by 162. Okay. Now, the powers are same. Okay, you can write like this: 1 by 3 by 3 will get like this, n minus 1 is equals to 2 by 81 into 162. Okay. 1 by 3 square to the power of n minus 1 is equals to, can you simplify this? 2 1 ja, 2 81 ja. 81 means what? 1 by 3 to the power of 4 into 3 to the power of 4. 81 can be written as 3 to the power of 4. Here there is another 81, so 3 to the power of 4. Now, what can we do here? See, 1 to the power of n minus 1 is nothing but 1 by 3 to the power of 2 whole to the power of n minus 1 gives 1 by 3 to the power of 8. A to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus 1 n. I am using that. So, 4 plus 4 is 8. Now, you have to use another law of exponent, a to the power of m into a to the power of m whole to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m into n. Therefore, 2 into n minus 1 by 3 to the power of 2 into n minus 1 is nothing but 2n minus 2 is equals to 1 by 3 to the power of 8. So, these two are in denominators. If you reciprocal or if you cross multiply them, what do you get? 3 to the power of 2n minus 2 is equals to 3 to the power of 8. This implies a to the power of m is equals to a to the power of n implies and implied by m is equals to n. Means when bases are same, you can equate what? Powers. Therefore, you can equate powers. 2n minus 2 is equals to 8 implies 2n is equals to 8 plus 2 is 10 implies n is equals to 10 by 2 which is equals to 5. So, answer is 5. N is 5 for this question. you see, I wrote this directly, this step. You try this. What is this? There is a formula involved here. A to the power of m by b to the power of m is equals to a by b whole to the power of m. So, here powers are same. These powers, when these powers are same, the power can be written only one time, and these two can be divided. So, 1 by 3 divided by 3, 1 by 3 divided by 3 means 3 by 1, 1 by 3 into what happens, this becomes reciprocal 1 by 3. So, I wrote this. So, whenever you come across these things, if you are perfect with your basics, you can do understand, or you can do these problems very easily. Otherwise, it will become tough, but practice makes anybody perfect. Therefore, I advise you to practice as number of problems as you can, and you will be in a good position to write the annual examinations or any other examination. Okay. With this, I think this progressions topic is completed. Thank you all for watching my videos, and I wish everybody to subscribe DEO Nalgonda channel, so that you will be benefited in many ways. All the subjects, teachers and experts are teaching classes or recording video lessons like this, and updating in the DEO Nalgonda channel. Hence, I request all of you students, all classes students, to subscribe this channel and view these videos for your benefit. Okay. Thank you.